and then I think we should be
Gotcha.
good to go.
Gotcha. Do 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 do.
Okay, share.
So yeah, audience, it's the big week we've all been waiting for. Canada and America
It's the War
representation.
of 1812 all over again.
Which comic will show the most pride in their nation?
Motherfucker, I'm not even Canadian.
Well, Deadpool's Canadian. His favorite hero of all time is Captain America, so that should say a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people's favorite superheroes is Captain America, dude. You're not like he's not special.
hmm Oh no, his father was like was in the Canadian military, and he looked at his son watching an American show of Captain America, and he's like, "You're a disappointment, Wilson."
Cryptid, you're a disappointment.
Boo. So what's been going on, Jake?
Uh, oh no, kids today don't know who the kids next door are, so that was depressing.
Oh wow, they don't even know who Billy and Mandy is.
I was talking to a kid.
I kind of feel
I was,
sad.
I was talking to a kid today, and they looked at a little picture of like the five, like the main characters of Kids Next Door, and I was like, "Hey, you know who the Kids Next Door?" And they looked at the poster, and they looked at number one. They were like, "Yeah, that's Caillou."
Oh god, dude. You know, that's one thing that I always found weird about number one, Nigel Uno. Like, growing up as a kid, okay, his last name is Uno, but both of his parents are British.
Why not? Anyways, the socials are up.
Cool. So now, how does that make sense?
It doesn't. Nothing makes sense anymore.
I mean, if you want to really break it down, if you really broke down the Kids Next Door universe, it doesn't make much sense. Like
Yeah.
from a mechanical standpoint, but
hmm
No.
just the way the adults function while the kids are secret agents, but they're clearly secret agents. I don't even understand how that's
Yep,
possible.
yep. You know what
I
doesn't
mean,
make
there's a
sense?
character in Castlevania named Soma Cruz, and he's Japanese, and everyone just kind of assumed that he's at least somewhat he's just an albino Latino.
Uh
Because he has pasty ass white skin, bright ass white hair. So
huh. Yeah. Guess we just gotta go with it. And it's funny you should bring up Castlevania because that's one thing I wanted to bring up too about Kids Next Door. I'm amazed that out of all the adults, it only counts Spankula who actually gets fully arrested under the court of law for spanking the child.
Can't spank
I was
someone
like,
else's kid.
yeah, but there are episodes where adults are literally trying to send children to the sun to vaporize
You
them.
can't prove that for a law. Who are your witnesses? Children? They're gonna lie about anything. What do you?
Hey, adults literally tried cooking children in cakes.
And who are the witnesses? The children. Okay, no one's gonna believe the kids.
Oh man.
Also, the kids can't reveal about anything about the kids next door, so they can't go to court. They can't solve this legally. They have no legal aid.
Oh, they need a kid's bill of rights, is what you're telling me. That's an episode we needed.
Can we just talk about how they have homework pirates in that universe?
Oh wait. Was it pirates or was no? It was the Cowboys.
Oh, homework. Yeah, they were trying to steal everybody's homework so they could get the right answer.
Yeah. The pirates were all Sticky Beards territory.
Yeah. Kids Next Door used to be like hella creative. I appreciate that show. Watching it.
Yeah. Yeah. They had a lot of gold mine. Oh, what happened with the delightful kids from down the lane when you found out what their origins was?
Yeah,
Dude, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah. I think also no, I just like really appreciate it. You also appreciate about it, and it's something that like shows would never do today. Well, like the friend cast, like the main cast, they're just friends. They don't go like we're a family. No, they're just like really good friends. That's about.
Huh? No, I'm sure there was an episode where they touched on that.
I binged almost all of the series. I even watched the movie like this year. They never once call each other family. They always refer to each other as friends or like his best friends, but they never say they're a family. I was like, thank you, I appreciate that. More shows need that. It's not
Oh.
it's not healthy thinking all of your friends are your family. That's not healthy.
Hold on, I'm posting the topics on the thingy. The thingy majiggy.
Yay.
How far did I get? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So who's in here?
So it's just us three.
Okay. Well, let's us three get started, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Welcome to Comic Phanatic Live. You're here with me, Cryptid Zeker 415, here to teach you all that an American gangster is still an American.
I'm not.
Go ahead.
Oh, right. My bad. My name is Jake Tylenol. I am the original Kids Next Door. Okay. And I'm here to tell you that the PS5 Pro got leaked. So.
I'm Richter, also known as the time pronouns they he, and I just saw The Boy and the Heron twice in one weekend, and it's amazing. And also, fuck you for not voting for Castlevania Nocturne for the Game Awards. Thank you.
Those awards are rigged.
Zelda, we're all good.
No, listen. The only time I ever felt the awards are rigged is when The Last of Us, one of the most like controversial games of the year, won like every award. That was like the only time I was like, "There's no way people voted The Last of Us 2."
Gotcha. Now, might as well plug in our socials. Go ahead, Witch.
Hello, I'm here to plug in some fucking socials.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, you can subscribe to the fucking YouTube channel, because if you're not subscribed to the fucking YouTube channel, what are you doing? If you get that reference, thank God. But yeah, subscribe to the fucking YouTube channel. Anyways, you can also follow us on Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69. Most of the updates will be on the Twitter, so follow the Twitter. I also do post updates on drawings that I do for the podcast as well. So yay, you can see this lovely cover and all of its action on the Twitter.
Cool.
If you want to follow us on Instagram, which has a lot less activity, but there is some activity, it's Comic Fanatic 2.0, because sometimes we do post things on there, mostly just thumbnails, but and like other random art on there. So yay! If you want to just follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You get the gist on why I'm not changing it anytime soon. If you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, you can follow me at witch_of_Jotunheim. Since Austin's not here, I'm not going to talk about him. But if you want to find Jake, the last time we saw him, he was chilling out in a treehouse. That's all I know. If you know. And if you want to try to find Cryptid, go to Jersey.
I'm searching for the 4th flavor. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, together we form the Fanatics, and we talk about the comic news of the week.
So, not just the comic news of the week, but yeah, right now.
Yeah.
TV news, comic news, all your news.
Yep, and let's start us off with Jake. Go ahead.
Well, I've been hearing some rumors that David Ayer has been an old man again. And he's talking about bringing back the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad, and he says he says someday it's coming. Someday.
Mm-hmm. And I assume all the Snyder fans are popping out their bottles of champagne in celebration.
Not really, because the article itself said it makes it seem like he's just saying that just to say that. Like he actually doesn't know. He's been talking with James Gunn about bringing it up, and James Gunn said like, "Yeah, sure, cool, maybe someday." That's basically it. So that's kind of where I get the vibe from. So it's not really like set in stone. For all James Gunn could have just said it to just get him out the room, or maybe he was serious. But it's not gonna be soon.
Yeah. Does the world really want to see more of Jared Leto's content of Joker?
He wants to see his original vision, which was changed because the Snyder films were not well received when they first came out.
Exactly.
I don't know why people forget that. Suicide Squad was a serious movie, and then BVS got criticized for being overly dramatic. So then the marketing changed to be more like Guardians of the Galaxy, because that's what was popular at the time. I don't know why people forget.
And even before then, the whole design of Joker was already revealed, and everybody hated it unanimously. Like,
so it's like I don't know. But anyway, so David Ayer's got some pretty interesting quotes. This article is from Deadline that I'm reading. We need to start doing this more. We actually go to the article and like read it as we're talking.
Oh my god, we actually read.
Yeah. Listen, I'm a Dragon Ball fan. I'm a Dragon Ball fan. I have an excuse. I'm illiterate, okay? But
okay.
He says, I'm going to be hopeful, you know? There are a lot of people that are invested in certain narratives that don't want to see the light of day, Ayer told Total Film in an interview. So there's an immense political headwind against it, because if the cut were made public, the cowardliness and the whole just general shittiness of how the film's been treated and how actors have had this great work that they've done taken away, the narrative blows up once people see the movie. But it's coming. Something's going to happen. Something's going to be revealed. The truth always comes out. It always comes out, he says. This little cane. So, I take this.
You're telling me. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I take this less as like a fact and more like an old man who can't let this movie about stupid villains go.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
The way it sounded, it was like he's thinking his version of Suicide Squad was going to redefine what people think of a comic book movie.
Yeah, and I really don't think it was. I don't know. People blame WB for what they did at the time. I argue they did what they had to do at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, they should have just kicked Zack Snyder out sooner, but I get them wanting to give him a chance. But you got to remember what the perception of Snyder films were like at the time. There wasn't a massive cult. It was just like the rest of the world and this fringe people that were obsessed with beating the MCU because they were mad at it.
Man of Steel was a divided movie at best. Then BVS was the whole, oh my god, we hate the controversial take of making every character dark. You know?
Because when Wonder Woman came out, what was the thing people praised it for? Oh, finally, DC learned to lighten up. That was what the praise was with Wonder Woman. Because you had a character
it's like everybody wasn't expecting anything to come out of Wonder Woman until the movie came out, and they're like, "Oh wow, finally a good DC film!" Like,
yeah. So these were the reactions we had. I mean, BVS sparked the whole Rotten Tomatoes war and of 2016 or whatever. Like, and you know, like, I don't know. It was just like these movies were not well received. So like, I'm at WB. These movies are coming out. BVS did not beat Civil War like it should have.
Remember they had the balls to say that we will purposely release BVS in the same month that Captain America 3 was going to be released.
And it lost.
Oh, no, it didn't just lose. They chickened out. Yeah, like, for everybody saying, like, oh my god, Captain America 3 didn't feel like a Captain America film, well, they had to do that. They had to make it an Avengers film in response to DC wanting to compete against Cap 3. You know?
And people make it sound like, Marvel was scared of the competition. Like, yeah, they were, but they won in the end.
Yeah.
So, like, it doesn't matter.
Let's not forget the exact times, the exact date of release for that BVS scheduled themselves to be released ended up taken by Ant-Man.
Right. You have Avengers who were like before like the MCU's rise. These characters were like, I would say to the general audience, B-listers at best. If I'm being gracious. and they beat Batman and Superman in the same movie for the first time in history.
Yeah.
That makes so WB looks at that and they're like, okay, well something's got to change because this isn't working.
Yep.
Basically.
And keep in mind, this was the first time we had Batman and Superman interact in a movie setting. You know,
we had a live action movie. So this was huge. So like, yeah, sorry, David Ayer, but we're looking at your movie. It has the same problem. Well, we're seeing the same problems as everyone had with the Snyder films. We had to change it. It didn't work, obviously, but like they tried something. Sorry, we had to get Joss Whedon in. He made a good crossover movie. Okay, so we thought he could do the same with Justice League. Obviously, it didn't work, but neither was Snyder with a 4-hour, a 2-parter in the first half. The Justice League loses. No.
Yeah.
So like these films, like I know it's like I know they might like age well for people who were like blind to what happened or like to cultists who keep repainting the narrative, but like David Ayer got what the movie needed at the time. I'm sorry, you were just at a bad period for your franchise.
You know? Yep.
So
yeah. But yeah, which you have any thoughts on this, man?
Why does this have to exist? Why torment my pain? Why torment my soul like this? You know, we could be talking about anything else right now. I could have been talking about spoilers and Twisted Wonderland because Malleus just hatched from the egg. But no, we have to talk about the stupid Ayer cut of the Suicide Squad. This gonna be ass.
Well, if you want which, you could talk about our next topic. Go ahead.
I don't know who Maxwell Lord is, but good to know that Sean Gunn is playing him.
He was the villain in Wonder Woman 1984.
I didn't watch Wonder Woman 1984.
Did you
watch it for movie day?
Did you watch it? Did you watch the first season of Supergirl?
No.
Okay, then. Well, okay, basically he's an entrepreneur in the comics. He's good when it comes to manipulating people's minds, and he's most famous for actually killing the Blue Beetle, Ted Kord.
That's just basically Zebediah Kilgrave, aka the Purple Man.
Mm-hmm.
And at least he had good suits.
Gotcha.
In the show.
But as far as the media is concerned, this is basically going to be our third attempt at seeing a portrayal of Maxwell Lord, and I don't know how popular the character is rooted in the audience, because, hey, you're casting Sean Gunn as him, so you're not expecting a dramatic performance. You're going to expect, like, maybe a good 5-minute cameo or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I'm looking at the cast for Superman Legacy. I feel like a lot of these are going to be just cameos that just show up, say hi, just to establish the world we're in.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I didn't know he was going to be in Superman Legacy. I thought all I just heard was he was going to be casted as Maxwell Lord.
But of course, people are mad because James Gunn is casting his brother, and I'm like, I feel like I've seen this before in other films.
Oh come on. He has. You know, James Gunn's friends in the movie industry actually saved him from cancellation, so of course he will want to stick tight with them, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Like I said, I just seen the Superman Legacy trailer. I hope it comes out next year. Does Superman Legacy come out next year, actually?
I don't know, honestly. You can look it up.
Yeah, give me a minute. But like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of hearing cast lists, and I kind of just want to see what this Superman Legacy movie looks like, because I'm just kind of tired of the discourse around this movie. It's so
we don't need it to come out immediately. I mean, they could take their time with this, honestly, you know?
I just want to see something. I just want to, like, I don't know, like, even if it's remember what the Batman did with the costume test trailer?
Yeah.
I would just show me something. Give me like a vibe or something.
So,
you know.
You want a reaction? Open up the teaser of Superman saying truth, justice, and the American way. You know dang well Twitter will be exploding over that.
you know you won't say up there.
Cryptid, have you ever been on Twitter before? Besides when
Not
you made
really.
this account?
Not really.
Exactly. Guess who has to deal with that bullshit? Me. I have to deal with that.
All right.
I also have to see my homie Lily simp over certain people when drunk. Like, you don't know the bullshit I've been through on Twitter.
Gotcha.
Crypt, if you don't mind me asking, were you upset? Were you upset this week?
Of what?
You know, when Red Skull got killed by the Thunderbolts?
Yeah, kill that Nazi!
You know, this isn't the first time I saw that Bucky killed Red Skull, right?
I'm just making sense.
Okay, but anyway, so yeah, that's the topic, guys. Red Skull actually did get assassinated by the quote-unquote Thunderbolts. Oh, Austin's here.
Austin!
Hold up, let me bring him. Okay.
Victory against the Nazis.
What?
No, we're talking about the news topic of Red Skull being killed by Thunderbolts this week.
Well, that's what he was talking about. I was talking about victory against
I know they're doing this as a follow-up to the 2016 one, but at least Red Skull was
I mean, big whoop. Bucky killed an old man. Because let's not forget, Red Skull was in the body of an old man when he got brought back in Ta-Nehisi Coates' Cap run. So I'm like,
even if he wasn't, I've been threatened like 20 years. I'm like, we don't care that much.
And plus, like, the thing about Red Skull is he dies, but he kind of comes back, but with a different twist to it, you know? When he died, like, in the 70s, he put himself in the clone body of Captain America, right? That gimmick stayed with him for a good long while, up until he got killed in the Ed Brubaker run by Winter Soldier. But then he put his soul into the body of the Winter Soldier's handler, an old Russian by the name of Lukin. And after that version died, that's when a clone of him came back, which is the clone that took the brain of Professor X. You know?
You thought it was Red Skull, but alas, it was me, Dio.
I guess you could say that.
Now we got old clone Red Skull.
I don't know what twist they're going to go with Red Skull after this, but I just hope they don't.
I think he's going to be a mutant.
Well, they already had him with a mutant power anyway, you know? If they want to do something.
Last time he stole the power. This time he has a natural power.
Oh man, and that'll make him a hypocrite, man. He started a mutant holocaust. Let's not forget that.
That's why it'll be funny though.
Let him die.
Oh, well, what is it, Red Skull? Have you secretly just been jealous that you were never a mutant to begin with? That's why you have to take it out on them.
That used to be. You give Lex Luthor hate Superman, but you give Lex Luthor Superman's power, he'll be 1% okay with it.
There you go. I mean, I've always said this, like a clever twist they should have done was bringing Ultimate Red Skull into the 616 universe, you know?
I wanted him versus Ian. I think that would be hilarious.
Oh man, that would have been brutal, because in case the audience doesn't know, Ultimate Red Skull was the son of Captain America from the Ultimate Universe, who has all the same powers as Ultimate Cap, but of course he went demented, and as a matter of fact, he got his trademark Red Skull face by literally cutting the skin out of his face with a kitchen knife.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh god, dude.
I have a question. Was that a rusty kitchen knife or just a regular kitchen knife?
No, regular kitchen knife.
No, he's a clean person.
Yeah, he's sanitary.
Give this motherfucker tetanus.
Dang.
Well, he has. Gotta remember, in the Ultimate Universe, Captain America is an official superhuman level character, which means he has a healing factor. You know,
Give
and
him tetanus. There you go.
Yep.
yep. But it'll be interesting to see what they do with Red Skull. I mean, I don't know what else you could do because according to the article, right? Like you see the last page of this comic, like he's secluded into a room with a bunch of computers with with a chest of gold in front of him. Don't know what that's about, but he's like saying, "Oh, for too long the world has forgotten to fear the might of the Red Skull. It's time they shall know what a Nazi is capable
Is
of."
that what you think he sounds like?
Hey, I have to think of the most evil voice I could think of, you know? Like, hey, you try.
I honestly feel like he's about to do something to give himself a superpower.
Yeah.
But I think he is going to be killed and be brought back as a mutant.
Yeah.
I think he's going to come back through the mutant.
Yep.
I think that would be crazy.
I mean, Austin, can you try doing a Nazi accent? I'd love to see you try.
No.
Jake, do you want to do a Nazi accent?
That's my Nazi accent. There you go.
Okay, which? Come on.
What?
Do a Nazi accent. We all tried it.
Give me your best Nazi accent.
There you go.
There you go. I did it. I did an impression of a dead Nazi. Hey, that gotta count for something. I'm just saying.
Okay.
That counts for something.
Gotcha. But anyway, Thunderbolts, they killed off pretty much the easiest target they could kill off. Like, the next two they have is Doctor Doom and Wilson Fisk, and there ain't no way they're going to kill those two. You know?
Actually, Dr. Doom, he's a leader of a whole ass country.
Exactly.
To be fair, man, the way they be treating Dr. Doom when he's like, Dr. Doom had the most up and down, like, writing of all time. I don't think y'all think Galactus treatment be bad. Dr. Doom could be like the top of the world one book, and the next book he's getting like shot in the back by Taskmaster.
Oh, no. Actually, here's what's going to happen. Here's what I'm predicting is going to happen, right? They come after to kill Dr. Doom, but Dr. Doom forces that last surviving member of the Outer Circle that, you know, he captured at the end of Cap's run and just puts him in a Dr. Doom armor and has him get assassinated. Yeah, why not?
Probably.
Yeah,
just to write everything out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, Jackson Lansing, Colin Kelly, clean up house, man. Nobody wants to go back to the whole Outer Circle crap, you know?
Yeah, that was a mess of an arc.
Oh, yeah. And as for Kingpin, I don't know.
Kingpin's not going to die simply because he done been through too much change and he had to go back to New York.
And plus, he's a big cat.
If you know anything about Gang War, you know for a fact that Green Goblin's going to do some crazy shit and then Kingpin's going to come back.
And right now, Kingpin is pretty relevant in the X-Men comics, so, you know?
Yeah, because he's married to Typhoid Mary. What
there
is
you go.
he doing right now? I'll ask some of my...
No, the last... He was in...
No, he's in the Iron Man.
Yep, he was...
Have you been reading the
Iron Man
Man
right now is actually pretty good. But
he was...
I'm reading it, but I didn't want to review it.
He was all...
But I'll do next issue.
He was also in the Uncanny Avengers book, so, you know, the one...
But Kingpin is the head of the Hellfire Club right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That kind of makes sense. Kind of.
Yep. But, alright, guys. That's pretty much it for the Red Skull. Hey, the death of a Red Skull. The death of a Nazi. The death of
if they're killing them off, it just feels like they have something important they want him to do later, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's so random to kill them off now.
Gotcha. But alright then, with that, we should move on to the next topics. Let's see. Austin, you want to cover this one? Oh wait. Do you want to cover this one or the next one?
Give me a second to come back. I was looking up the Black Panther designs.
Okay. While you do that, I'll announce the topic then. Beast Wars introduced the new DC villain Apex Ava by Tom Taylor.
Beast Wars.
Is that She-Hulk Gamora looking girl.
Dude, when I saw that design, I thought that was actually going to be Beast Boy's long lost sister. Like, no, seriously,
Yeah,
she looks like she's in the
before
same.
she's
She
green,
did,
that definitely could be.
yeah, she looks like she could be his sister. You know, the green skin, the hair, the animal tattoos. I'm like, okay, another secret
Hang on,
sibling plot.
because she has green skin, their sibling.
She's
No,
debuting in a
no,
Beast
Jake,
War
Jake. He
event
said green skin and hair, and she's in a book called.
Seems like plausible
with
deniability.
tattoos of animals, Jake.
No, I've seen her design. No, don't. I've seen her design before.
No,
I didn't think it was.
what if she's just a green Craven the Hunter?
Right.
Okay. Have that be a little clever dynamic with her Beast Boy, you know? What better hunt is there than to go after? Yeah, what better hunt is there than to go after the one creature that could be any animal, you know? Yeah. I'm surprised Tom Taylor's still on Nightwing, to be honest, because apparently, yeah, she's going to be debuting in Tom Taylor's Beast Wars Nightwing tie-in.
It kind of explains why I don't see people talk about Nightwing. Not that he's doing good, because people aren't that big on Tom Taylor anymore.
The only thing I recall from that run was when our buddy Philly talked about it, right? And Nightwing instigated a jailbreak at a prison because apparently the legal system failed its inmates in a prison. It failed to help them out with their problems. So what does Nightwing do? He releases all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so with all the crime happened that night, we know who to blame. Teen Titans.
Oh, and nobody that was in prison was there because they did anything wrong or they needed to serve time. No, they were just victims of the system. Put them out in the streets, you know? Yeah.
That's crazy.
But, alright. Yeah, I mean, it was a very short topic. Guys, we'll move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, okay. Say, until we learn more about it, never let it go on with this lady.
Yeah, well, I mean, none of us here are reading Beast Wars anyway. I mean, we're already having our fill on wars as it is, you know? Like,
after it's over, I might check it out to give a follow up on this lady and tell y'all what she's about.
Okay, that would be cool. I mean, I kind of figured it was ironic that the one war that seems like it might be a decent event is the one war we're not talking about, you know?
Don't you do that.
Gotcha. Well, alright then. Let's move on. Austin, you do this one.
Black Panther, Ultimate Black Panther designs revealed. So far, I can only find Storms and Killmongers. I don't know if T'Challa's regular design has been shown.
His got released just yet.
No.
I didn't think so. And that had me kind of worried.
I gotta say, based on the designs of Killmonger and Storm, they look like they're on the young side. So I'm just picturing T'Challa's going to be on the young side too.
Like I told you, that just happens to be Peach Momoko's style.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what the actual comic art is going to look like. So maybe they're younger, maybe they're not. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Momoko do this picture I'm looking at? Because it don't look like her regular style.
Anyway.
Oh, okay, yeah, she drew the character sheets. I was looking at the cover for issue 3.
Mm-hmm.
But no, these designs are killer.
Yeah, I think they look good. It looks like a young Thief Storm. And Killmonger's outfit looks kind of funny, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I like Storm's hairstyle in this.
That's a young Storm. It's a great design. I'll give her that. Hair and everything.
Concerning Killmonger. Concerning Killmonger's design, I saw that the artist mentioned that they wanted to keep the spirit of a Killmonger, but at the same time add a little bit of their soul into the design. You know?
Yeah. So you look at his hair, you look at his pants. It's definitely like regular Killmonger, but he got like this pirate jacket on, and he has like a Viking axe. But like I said, once we see what his goal is in this one, I guess it'll be fine. It still kind of looks like he's fighting Storm on the cliffs of Wakanda.
Yeah. Are we going to see those two hook up?
No. What's up? What's
To
your
be
obsession with
fair,
having people hook up?
People
to be
want to see
fair,
that.
I wouldn't
People,
mind. I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. 'Cause I know people like T'Challa and Storm, but Marvel never actually let them like grow, and it's only their relationship only got worse every time they show up in the comics now. In my opinion.
Honestly, Storm shouldn't be with
So,
either of them, but that's just me personally.
hey,
to be
why not?
fair, it depends on how they do Killmonger. It depends on what route they go Killmonger. If they can go the movie route, where he thinks he has a point, but he becomes like this horrible asshole, or they can try to redeem him later. I don't know.
You were supposed to go
Yeah,
against this, not join them.
for the first few arcs, I would like Storm to be by herself. I want to see what this Storm is about before they start trying to put it with somebody. Other than that, I think it looks okay.
You guys think we're for a clever twist, we're going to have Storm hook up with Killmonger in this universe?
Wait, I just realized Storm has a rainbow bandana tied around her leg. She might
Yeah,
be
I
dead.
saw that. Like, ooh.
It's so out of place too. That's why it has implications.
Gotcha.
But I wasn't really concerned about their design. The design for the series, I'm worried about. Even T'Challa, they're probably going to make him look more like a movie dude, to be honest. But I'm more worried about Shuri's design. Shuri's design has had probably the biggest changes throughout comics. Because they didn't know they want her to be the tech girl, the girl who believes in traditions, who has powers with her ancestors, the girl with a ponytail and other stuff. So her design is one I'm kind of interested in to see what they do here. Also, the Dormage, are they still going to be bald? I need to know.
Hopefully, yes.
That's a trademark look for them, you know? So, all right. Jake, do you have any thoughts on this, man?
No.
Well, I hope you have thoughts on the next topic we're talking about. Captain America #3.
Jesus Christ. Kill me now.
Don't do that. We might get copyrighted. Put that away.
I had
music.
had to do that.
You could have played. You could have played the Real American Heroes, G.I. Joe, and all this stuff. And you played Hulk Hogan.
I have to show what a real American is in here, you know? I have to show the American pride up against Canadian. Huh?
We're not just going to Canada, you know that, right? We're also going to Rome and also Spain.
Yeah, and then okay, so I have to try 3 times as hard to promote this one then.
Technically 4 times as hard.
All right. But anyway, audience, Captain America #3 happens, and we start off with in Brooklyn Heights, where Captain America is called in by Misty Knight at a crime scene where, you know, she sees like a bunch of these ancient hieroglyphics and this one body of a man that got incinerated, right? Why, you ask, Captain America needed to come here? You'll find out, because Misty Knight reveals that she actually has a doll of Doctor Strange. Yeah, apparently Doctor Strange is so busy, you know, given his line of work, that he actually gives some of his close friends like a little toy of him that act like how can I say it? Basically a shadow clone, you know?
We love shadow clones. I use
Yeah.
them all the time.
Yep. I mean, hey, that's a little clever thing to go with, you know? Doctor Strange is busy and all that stuff. So he pops up, he does this like illusion where he's showing what happened up to the point where the scientist guy gets killed by this one. Well, he's obviously a villain, you know. He's a white guy in armor, red hieroglyphics. He's working with the AIM scientists that are also delving into mysticism at this point. And that's part of the reason why Missy Knight needed to bring Cap, because part of the hieroglyphics actually show the design of the shield. So it's likely that Cap is going to be the next target, you know? And yeah, aside from that, we get a glimpse back into Steve Rogers' time during his youth in 1938. He's at a Nazi rally, and what does Steve do? The usual. He gives Nazis hell, man. Like, they're giving their speech about like keeping the purity of their people, this and that. Well, you know, Steve is giving a good allegory on metal. Like, you know how you have iron, which is one element. Yeah, it's strong, but it's susceptible to breaking. Whereas steel is a combination of multiple elements. Yeah, you can bend it, but it's a lot harder to break at that point, you know? And like, good allegory for you, Steve. Good allegory. So, of course, the Nazis kick Steve out of their rally. Like, what's this pipsqueak? Why does this pipsqueak hate us so much? Yeah, Nazis, you wonder why people hate you? Right. But as Steve is walking away, that's when he gets a ride from a real-life historical figure, Meyer Lansky, who in real life was actually a gangster during the time of World War II. He's been seeing all that Steve does, right? So he immediately has Steve hitch a ride with him in his private office. He basically gives this whole speech. Look, yeah, I know what you might be thinking of me, young kid. Like, I'm a gangster, I must be a bad guy, but keep in mind, I'm a gangster, but I'm an American gangster. Yeah, I know these Nazis have all their bullcrap about like doing this for the right reasons, but we know that they're not going to stop at targeting just Jewish people. They're going to be targeting the rest. So
no shit, that's how this goes. Haven't you been paying attention?
Yep. But that's when he brings up that, yeah, he's been doing his best at the moment, you know, trying to stop as many of the supplies from Nazis' propaganda from reaching New York. But he knows they're planning on something even bigger down the line, and he's going to need Steve's help for that because, hey, who's going to think a puny kid could prove any threat to, you know, an empire, you know? So... yeah, he also gives Steve a hint that they might be planning something in Madison Square Garden. So, you know, you have that. Good moment, and you come back to the present, right, at the AIM Island, where they're talking about this new version of the super soldier serum they're working on that actually will be infusing some gamma radiation with it. And that test subject was the test subject for this program was the same guy that incinerated that victim in the beginning of this issue, right? And I like how this issue is finally going to give some spotlight to the present, because if I have one criticism about this run, is it has a lot of glory moments from the past, you know, seeing Steve grow up and this and that, but I kind of want to see a little bit more meat in the present. And that's what the next issue seems to be leading up towards, because in the next issue, you have Captain America returning to his place, only to have this weirdo pop up on him saying, like, hey, Steve, me and you, we knew each other long ago. I can't afford to make the same mistake again.
I don't know if you're still here, but hi, Tevye. I didn't see you. My bad.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay. Hey, Dev. What's going on, man? We're just talking about America.
Well, pretty soon we won't be, so.
Okay. Oh, what do you mean? You want Captain America to die? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I just want to talk about
You,
other things.
you actually want to root for a Nazi in this, Witch?
No.
Tavia, we're talking about Captain America #3.
Oh man, you're saying cool, Tevia, that you want Captain America to die too?
I want everyone to die. Equal death for everyone.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But anyway, the issue ends as both of them are about to storm each other into battle. So really looking forward to that issue. So yeah, audience, go get your patriotism from a Captain America book, which is something that was hard for Marvel to want to do for the past couple of years. Let me add that. You know?
Well, Tavia's on Captain America's side, so now you feel.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Team America. USA. Alrighty then.
So,
After that.
Which, how you think about the devil lately?
Oh shit. Oh my god, I accidentally ripped the sleeve because I was so excited to talk about this book.
Ruined my
Don't worry, I have extras. But hello, I would love to talk about demons and shit. So, I'm talking about The Devil That Wears My Face issue 2. And so for anyone who doesn't remember, because it has been around a month, so there is a priest from the Vatican named Vietti, which I'm gonna call him Vietti, because why would I say his full name? So he went to Spain to help with an exorcism, but the exorcism didn't go so well. So the demon legion, he swaps bodies with Vietti. So the demon legion is in Vietti's body, and Vietti is in the body of that possessed son, if you catch my drift. So now, the Inquisition, the Spanish Inquisition, has his hands on him, on Vietti. So for the sake of this, the original Vietti is who I'm gonna call Vietti, and then I'm gonna call Legion, if that makes sense. But I dead ass ripped that sleeve open. I was so excited. I'll post pictures on Twitter for you guys. Anyways, so like I said, we are chilling out in Spain, one of the many colonist countries. Like freaking colonizers over here. Yay! We're in 1740, by the way. I mean, fair enough. So basically, Vietti is getting tortured by the Spanish Inquisition, and his story remains the same, right? Because it's true. He's from Rome. He's known as Franco Vietti, and the Demon Legion stole his body. And so basically, when one of the Inquisitioners, words are hard, you know what I'm talking about, hands him a cross, he starts smoking because it's hurting him.
Ooh.
So that's fun. Anyway, so we cut over to Rome, where one of the cardinals, I believe, was by Legion, right? So Legion is having a good old time right now, you know? He's having fun. He's plotting to wreak havoc not in the capital. What the hell am I saying? In the Vatican. That's what I meant to say. So basically, just another day in paradise. Am I right? So
yeah.
They're all hanging around the Pope, who is basically dead at this point, and they're trying to figure out what happened to the other guy, you know. And Legion, he's not caring because he does not care. He's here to wreak havoc because he is a very powerful demon. So basically, he smacked the shit out of one of the cardinals because God forbid you even breathe in Legion's presence. Like, how dare you? You know, how fucking dare you assholes? Basically, he's kind of being an asshole to some of the cardinals, even though Vietti was never like that. Keep in mind, the other cardinals don't know that he has dealt with Parent Trap. He's been Parent Trap. What was the term? He had his body switched. Yeah. So basically, one of the cardinals like, what has gotten into you, man? And Legion's like, trust me, you don't want to know. And that's true. I don't think they would want to know. Like, why would you want to know? Anyways, we cut back to Spain. And Vietti is basically getting the shit beat out of him. He's getting doused in holy water, which, come on, if you really think about it, holy water is just water that some guy talked over, if you really think about it. He got leeches on his back. He's basically getting starved and burnt and all this other shit. And so the lady from the first issue, I dead ass forgot her name. It's okay. Well, it'll tell me. Oh, Maria, that was. So, she's basically upset. Like, she's kind of upset over this because they don't know that Vietti and Legion swapped bodies. So basically, she still thinks that this guy who's getting beat up by the Inquisition is still her lover.
Ooh.
So she's like, is this even, like, are we even doing the right thing? And Izan, who's the father of the guy, is like, trust me, we can't really do much about this, so we just kind of gotta let it happen. You know? Obviously, Maria's like, fuck, you know? Like, she's seen the shit that this guy has done, like Legion has done. So basically, she plans on ending it once and for all, you know, just to put him out of his misery. So she grabs a sword from the dungeons, because that's what she is, the dungeons. And she goes in, well, she's about to go in, and then she sees Vietti praying, right? So that's how she believes Vietti's story, is because he started praying. And we don't know if the other guy who's originally got possessed knew a lot of prayers, but, you know, Vietti does, because, you know, he's a priest. Anyways, we come back to Rome. And Legion is like, damn, all this prayer and solemn reflection, I'm kind of bored now. Let's go wreak some havoc. Like, let's go paint this fucking town red. You know, why not? He's having a gay old time over here. Anyways, so he goes to a bar, you know, like to the pub, as you do, goes to the club, medieval club. Well, technically, like, almost Regency club. I don't fucking know. Anyways, so basically, he's just starting to cause ruckus between this one older guy and this one chick, you know, because why not? And so it basically ends up with them fighting, and the whole pub fighting, and this one cardinal guy is like, shit, man, like, I gotta go tell people, you know, I gotta go tell someone. So basically, him and another one of the cardinals go in, and Legion just fucking, like, does this thing, you know? Like,
What thing?
I'm gonna beat the shit out of them, tie them up, murder them, you know, as you do.
Legion gotta be Legion.
Yeah, that's what we assumed happened. But also, when we cut back to Spain, two of the Inquisitors come in, and basically Vietti and Maria basically tie them up and knock them out, you know, to get him out, you know, because Vietti didn't deserve that shit. He didn't want to have his body swapped with a demon. I mean, would you? Preferably not, you know, preferably not, but there are some people.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Vietti and Maria are trying to leave the dungeon. I'm calling it the dungeon, where where the father comes in, and he's gonna try to kill Vietti because he still thinks that it's his son, you know, just put him out of his fucking misery, which I get it, you know. Anyways, we cut back to Rome, and Legion finds the guy who saw this pub fight, this pub massacre, you know, while he's saying some prayers, you know, some Hail Marys up in here. So that's fun. So anyways, we cut back to Spain. And Izan is like, he's trying to put this guy out of his misery, you know?
Yeah.
And so basically he's able to pick up the sword that was basically tossed out of Maria's hand and start sword fighting. Keep in mind, Vietti never learned how to sword fight. But Santiago, who is the name of the son, I just remembered, he did know how to sword fight because his father taught him.
Okay.
You know? And we don't know what was going through Izan's mind at the time, but he wanted to, like, put his son out of his misery, even though it was gonna kill him to do so. Speaking of dying, he has a heart attack, and he's not like they're not able to actually save him because the nearest doctor is days away. But unfortunately,
Is this the devil wears my face?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, it is, Austin. It's a really good book. I recommend it all. So basically, Vieri is like saying a prayer while he's literally steaming because remember his body got swapped with a demon from a guy who was already possessed. But don't worry, Santiago's still soul is still in the body. So technically there are two souls in one body. If that makes any sense to y'all. It's good.
It makes a little.
Yeah, so basically, Izan is able to rest easily, for the most part, because Santiago is still in his body, in a sense, and he's able to rest peacefully while Vieri says a final prayer to him, so that's fun. Anyways, we cut back to Rome.
Go ahead, get the chuckles out.
So we see one of the guys in the red robes in Rome, not in Spain, not the Inquisitor. Words are hard, you know what I'm talking about. But one of the cardinal people. So he walks into a room and he sees, I'm assuming, the Pope, who was already dead at this point, basically just absolutely gutted. Like, he is crucified on the wall with a whole bunch of nails going up his arm. Just completely gutted out. You can see a whole bunch of blood, his intestines, and Legion is like, yo, hello, Gabriel, wake up, I got something to show you. Ooh. In conclusion, he's pretty girly pop over here. And I can't believe I said that with my whole chest, but it's true. Anyways, so basically, Legion goes behind, just holds onto his shoulders, and he's like, "Oh, my dear Gabriel, God has nothing to do with this, man. He abandoned your pathetic wenches long ago after the Garden of Eden." With this goofy ass smile. I'm starting to like Legion a lot. He's funny. Anyways, this was not as funny, but he his tongue becomes super elongated and wraps around this guy's face, and he's having this whole speech, and and basically, yeah, he's like, I will become your servant, it's all good. And also, so Legion's text bubbles are black with a red outline, black with a red outline with white text, But for this moment in this panel, it changes back to the normal white bubble, And that can mean that could potentially mean that he's playing a bit, which makes sense, I can see that working, playing a part, why not? And he's he's acting scared because he's got to cover up his identity, I will too if I was him. So anyways, we cut back to Spain. So Maria is writing a letter, while Vieri is shaving. He's getting ready, but don't worry, they got to go back to Rome. And I fucking swear, why does Santiago / Vieri kind of look fine? He's like, I can't perform any exorcism, but perhaps instead I shall try my hand at possession. Because he's trying to get his body back.
Yeah.
He's kind of fine in this panel. I why not? They're giving me what I want, and you know what? I'm okay with that. Anyways, the next issue comes out later this month, so stay tuned for that. Go read The Devil That Wears My Face, especially if you want to read more horror comics and if you want to support more indie comics. Because go support your indie comics because I said so.
No.
Anyways, I gotta go grab a new sleeve. But hey, what's so fantastic about the 4?
Before we get to the 4, Austin, since you're here, you choose a book.
Yeah, I'm about to say the most fantastic thing about the 4 is that they're getting skipped. Let me see if I can pull
Jake
it up.
is happy.
But
Jake is happy.
Yes.
I want to do
Yeah!
number 3. Let me pull it up. Transformers
Which
number
one?
3. Transformers so
Oh,
far
okay.
has been. Yeah, I'll say stuff for Thursday. I mainly want to do this because this was so good, bro.
Okay. Go ahead.
Let me pull it up. But why is my site? But Transformers number 3 picks off where we left off last time with Spike's father, whose name eludes me because he doesn't matter that much. But he's at his house. He's with Spike's friend, whose name also eludes me because I can't see the panel. But we move on. They are being attacked by Skywarp because Starscream sent Skywarp to get more power because everything they got from the power plant from last issue, they ripped down and turned to Energon, was not enough to fix Telegram 1.
Oh,
But the funny
Starscream had
thing
another.
here, Cryptid. Go
Okay.
ahead. What was you going to say?
No, I was about to say Starscream getting people to do his dirty work for him, eh?
To be fair, I felt that way too. And then what's his name? Godly Soundwave. Soundwave said, "See, if this was Megatron," and Starscream backhand Soundwave across the room, and I was shocked. I was shocked. I was appalled. I was like,
You're
"Not
like-
my Soundwave."
It's like, I am disgusted. I am
Also
betrayed.
was like stepped in the car like, sir, how dare you? How dare
That's how I felt. I ain't never seen Soundwave be disrespected by anybody before. The only person who ever do some dirty is literally Optimus Prime.
No,
But
there was
when I tell you this backhand was nasty,
there was the
what?
Transformers Prime comic, that Transformers Prime series when they captured him, and even then they wouldn't like bully him. Like they were like, Soundwave, please tell us what's going on with Megatron, and then Soundwave deleted all his memories and gave him like an emoji smiling face. That's the type of goon shit he was on.
Yeah, so it was very weird to watch him just get backhand and not do anything. But I believe this is because he is just believing in the rank of leader which Starscream has in the moment. But Skywarp is attacking the house with Spike's dad. Cliffjumper jumps in to try to save them because he was following the girl when she left Spike and Optimus Prime. And Spike's dad, for him, you gotta remember he's a former army person. He might be G.I. Joe, they haven't really made that clear. But all he sees is true giant alien robots tearing up his house. So he starts shooting at both of them. And Jake, this was throwing me off. Because the bullets is actually they're not showing like physical damage, but they're reacting if they're getting hurt from these regular guys.
Just like a bee stinging you. You wouldn't see the damage, but you could stump stuff. So.
It might be a little, yeah, I guess so. I guess it's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see any chunks getting blown off or something like that. But as Spike takes the girl, he runs to the rest of the town. They're all in like the town hall with their guns up. They basically got like everybody here. Their families. They're trying to keep everybody safe.
Smash Bros.
Basically. I just realized what you said. Anyway,
Sorry, I'm trying to like get a new sleeve and board for one of my comics because I ripped the thing.
No, you're right. It like Smash Bros. Everybody's included. Everybody's here except for all of these. But Cliffjump tries to come in. He tries to talk to him. Spike's dad clicks him up again. It's to the point where he gets basically knocked out of the room and he tried to run away. And then Skywarp lands. Skywarp starts beating everybody up. Skywarp is punching humans, Jake. He kicks a human, and you see the human's impact on his leg, and all you see the person flying in the sky.
Oh man!
But like this comic is brutal to people, which I very much like. But Optimus and Spike finally show up. So all Spike's dad sees is that his son is being with a robot. So obviously he's confused, he's scared.
I'm also
'Cause,
confused
you know, he
and
does.
scared. I get it.
But as he goes to try to, as Skyward goes to try to kill Cliff Jumper, the girl, Jake, who is the girl that ends up with Spike? Please tell me her name.
Carly.
Thank you. It's funny as you said that. The first comment with her name finally popped up.
Yeah.
But Carly jumps in front of Cliff Jumper, and she's like, "Please don't do it. Don't shoot him." And Skyward starts laughing, like, "Protect him, girl. You're made of meat." He starts shooting. But Optimus Prime runs into him. This is the messed up part right here. Optimus Prime is fighting Skyward, and he's winning. You know, he's Optimus Prime, obviously. He's doing work. But Skyward has this teleporting ability. Is that new?
Probably not. If I really thought about it.
So it seems to be able to make portals, but not like big portals. So he makes a portal about the size of his hand, stuff his hand through, and then punches Optimus in the back of the head.
Okay.
Like some spot stuff.
Okay.
And Optimus seems surprised. I don't know if he ever fought Skyward with that type of ability before. But he starts getting up hand, but his Optimus, he bounced back, he starts beating him up. And as he's about to finish Skyward off, Spike's dad shoots him in the not Spike's dad. One of the townspeople shoots him in the back with a RPG. And it really messed up Optimus' arm. So you know what the Optimus Prime do? He rips off the remainder of his arm and starts beating Skywarp down with it until he goes unconscious. Like this book was metal.
This?
And obviously, Spike's dad is still only seeing just two robots fighting. He doesn't know Spike is here. He heard someone say Spike's name, but he hasn't even seen him. So he's shooting, and one of the bullets accidentally shoots through Spike's stomach.
Oh shit.
This is a brutal take on Transformers, man. Between
I got
Transformers,
realistic in it so far, you know, because every response in every situation, I was like, yeah, it probably would happen like that in this situation.
Yeah.
Because dad struck him by PTSD, and he already lost a son. Just seeing two giant robots fight with his son. Of course, he's gonna try to kill both these robots. But yeah, it's really brutal. Like the art is crazy. Because they do not skip out on anything. You see people get crushed. You see the bullet go through Spike's stomach. It's not like they act like he just got hit. You see the bullet wound and everything. But all Spike's dad here is Optimus say, "Spike, no," and then he realized what just happened. So now he's trying to get his son. Optimus gets up and he tries to grab Spike. And dude, like, and the dad's like, "Bro, you put my son down. I'm not playing with you." And I was looking at him like, I know you're trying to be brave, bro, but that AK is not gonna really help you right now. He just beat another robot to consciousness with his arm. But Spike's losing a lot of blood. It's a whole lot of blood in this battle. And when Optimus sees him, he thinks back to the deer that he accidentally stepped on in the last issue. And he remembers that
that's Bambi's mom.
He was being so fragile compared to his own. What?
Like, this is Bambi's mom, isn't it?
Now that's basically what he feels like. But Optimus tells him, "Don't worry, come with me. We're gonna go fix this." He turns to a truck, and the final page is Optimus telling Spike's dad to get in. Well, we're gonna save this boy, and that's it. But I know I probably didn't explain it well. I'll tell you that reading this commentary so far has been amazing. This is probably my favorite comic right now.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a more metal version of a Transformer story than I ever expected, you know? Damn. I'm just trying to get that image of Optimus beating someone up with his own dismembered arm, you know?
I was gonna say I'll post it in a second, but you'll have to let me back into the call after I do it.
Oh no, it's okay. You can do that afterwards, man. All right. Any follow-up?
Buy this comic yourself. Support your local comic shop.
Yeah, you
support
definitely.
your
You like
local
Transformers?
Buy the indies. Buy the.
You like Transformers? I was like, you like Transformers? You definitely should buy this comic, and because they're about to gear up for the G.I. Joe side of stuff, with Duke #1 coming out in January, and I believe Cobra Commander #1 coming out in February.
And Snake Eyes dies in the first issue.
Everyone, go buy a cookie pizza from your local movie theater, and then go buy your indie comics. Yeah, that's my message. Go buy a.
Well, while you guys are on subjects of buying comics, if you all want to support Reed getting owned, buy Fantastic Four this week.
Yeah.
That's our next topic. Fantastic Four number 14. Will Reed get canceled in this issue? You're about to find out. So anyway, we open up with the Fantastic Four coming back to New York City, the exact spot where the Baxter building was, the one that got time displaced by Reed, in an attempt to save the world, Jake.
Sure. He didn't ruin the world because he's a menace to society.
But anyway, to their surprise, construction is actually being done in that space. And they're like, what the heck? No, we can't have this happen. Like, the kids, the Baxter building and our children will be popping up any second now. Because apparently a full year passed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, they come down to see what's up, and you find out that like part of the construction crew is none other than the Syndicate. The group of all females led by the Beetle.
Oh no! But now
that feels so weird.
Hey, it's just criminals trying to do some honest work, get some honest pay. I mean, they even say that right here, right? Oh, come on. We can't even go somewhere out in costume without the Fantastic Four getting up in our business? And you wonder why everybody hates
Are they dumb?
you
They're in
for.
our house.
So that's...
You're at our house.
No, you were there on ground. I guess the takeaway is to say that, like...
There's no way you don't know the address of the Fantastic Four building, okay?
But anyway, this is when the fight instigates between the two groups. And, you have your matchups. You have Electro versus Johnny Storm. And then you have Reed Richards versus Lady Octopus. And Reed and Reed ends up going at her tentacle for tentacle. He puts his hand in his back, and his fingers ended up simulating octopus tentacles, and he ends up bonding.
I feel like you're just doing too much now. Calm down. That's just getting
weird. He's probably like, okay, this lady thinks she could come up and get one up on me. Like, she even says it. I always wanted to see how I'd fare against you, Mr. Fantastic. And what's happened? Oh, she gets her.
No one says that about Reed.
And then she gets beaten up and tied by her own tentacles, thanks to Mr. Fantastic.
He beats women, print it, sell it.
Oh man, Jake, just know this: you had to rely on a group of women to fight your battles for you, Jake.
He's a woman beater. Cancel.
Jake, worse. I'm looking at. I just found the issue. I'm looking at the cover of this issue, and the issue is Reed fighting everybody, all the women by himself.
Yeah. Yes.
Women? This man's worse than Jonathan Majors.
Oh.
He's literally.
Too soon, man. Too soon. But anyway, okay. He beats her up, and then hey, look, another member of the Fantastic Four beats another woman up. It's Johnny Storm. He's fighting off against Elektra, and he quickly distracts her, right? And then when she gets her sight back at Johnny, there are 3 clones of him, because remember, he could shadow clone himself now. And he's like, okay, Electro, you gotta take your pick. Which one of you is real? And she's like, oh, you think I'm a fool? I'm not shooting one of you. I'm going to shoot all of you. Yeah, it turns out they were all shadow clones, fire clones. The real Johnny was in back of her, and while she got distracted, he punches her in the back, in the face.
Jake,
Damn it.
he does it on fire too. If she don't catch on fire, just want you to know that.
Damn it, Reed! Why did you give him power so he could hit women? This is
And then that's when you're left with Sue Storm, who ends up taking on Scorpina and Beetle, and she quickly subdues them by using her. She encases them in an invisible force field globe, right? But at the same time, she puts invisible plates on each of their eyes, so they can't even see anything. Jeez, like
He did. Everyone else needed like 4 panels, like 4 small panels to win their fights. Sue did hers in the first panel, and then she started casually talking for the rest of her panels.
When you're married to Reed for so long, you turn into a monster.
Oh man, you always want to say he's a bad influence. Well, anyway, the last person left is Trapster, who goes up against the Thing, and the Thing gets subdued in a bunch of glue, and it's up to.
That's because of Trapster's.
To be fair, he seems to be trying to save some dog.
Yep.
Yeah, that's because the Trapster's a garbage person. All right, not everything's Reed's fault. Get your mind out.
Hey. Okay, but anyway, Sue ends up subduing her, so they are able to.
Wait. Can the Trapster grow?
No, she has no powers. She just has a glue gun.
Look at the panel where Sue's talking to Thing and the Trapster's in a box. The way they made the panel look like, I know she's got the box in the air now, but it looks like it's on the ground and the Trapster's just huge.
Nah, it's hovering in the air. She has no powers. She just has a gadget. She has a gauntlet that's attached to a backpack full of glue. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Oh, your lady.
Anyway,
she didn't better name it. It's not really a Trapster. Just hot glue.
Nah, she just.
Trap. You gotta make other traps. You gotta make booby traps and stuff. You're just shooting glue at me.
Nah, she's just taking the name after the original Trapster, whose whole thing was glue. That was it.
These people are posers.
Yep. Oh, but she's Trapster without the A. She wants to be hip. She's part of modern young people.
Stir.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, they subdue everybody, and then they try finding out, okay, what's going on. Apparently, there's this new app going on that's giving out, basically wanted posters for jobs, and somebody placed a workload in where the Fantastic Four's building was at, and they trace it back to this one guy by the name of Mr. Passy. Go ahead, Austin.
It's like those apps that tell you, you can get paid for playing video games, and you go play the phone game for a certain hours, they'll give you money.
Yep, pretty much. But this guy is a little bit up there. He's a rich entrepreneur, this and that, and he's developing this new sort of algorithm. Are you guys familiar with psychohistory?
Really?
Are you guys familiar with that? Because I didn't know until now.
I knew some. I know something of it, but
I
don't know why. I know this is supposed to be a smart comic, but this is a huge thing to just throw in here.
Yeah. Okay. So he does give a description. It's he's explaining that it's easier to judge to predict the actions of a whole group as opposed to one individual, right? So basically, he's mapping out future scenarios, doing a reverse take on the butterfly effect.
Is it the thing they did in the movie to figure out who's gonna get powers?
I guess I didn't. Well, it's an algorithm, all right. So, he's using this to say okay, a senator could miss a crucial ad campaign by having the technicians take a last minute look at their jet, or a mechanist could spend one extra day on his vacation and have his company fallen stock because of that. Or to say, like, a business CEO guy could be sent on a business trip to a place where he meets a woman, who ends up causing him to get divorced and crumble his whole business to the ground in the midst of that divorce. So yeah, he kind of wants to set up shop at the Fantastic Four's old place, and he wants to work with the Fantastic Four, but Reed's like, no, this is too much power to be given to anybody.
He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Reed said, dear God.
Yeah. No man should have this much power, Mr. Posse. And you also come to find out that, like, his network has been hacked, but he doesn't know by who. And Reed's response, he goes to Reed for help on, like, finding the culprit, but Reed's response is, let's trash this whole network just to be safe. Hey, your network.
This stuff is gross.
Yeah.
Jake, you can't see this art, but I want you to know there's an art panel right here of Reed stretching out his eye to the right, and then making multiple arms out of his arm.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Reed. I told you this.
It's like
hey, Jake, I'm gonna show you this.
It's
this
like
is disgusting.
It's like he's Clayface, like, damn.
Yeah, they're moving slowly more and more into plastic man's stuff. The Reed usually, I don't remember Reed doing. I know Reed could do this, but he never really used to do this.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
it also proves that he didn't need to put his hand behind his back to make those arms. By the way, he did that. He's an asshole.
Does he grow extra bones?
He could, I guess.
Well, he's more just stretching his bones to make more. He's just stretching his bones out. Really, I don't know how to explain it to you, but he's not making more mass. He's just stretching what he has in different ways somehow.
Mm-hmm. Don't argue with Mr. Fantastic's science, Jake.
Yeah, I would say so far the writer seems to at least like look up stuff before doing things. So I trust it's something Reed could do.
Gotcha. But anyway, so yeah, Reed determines we gotta destroy this system. It's already proven that somebody can hack it, and this sort of technology and algorithm could be very dangerous if brought into the wrong hands. And so yeah, the guy has to watch his life's work literally burn in front of him. He's like saying, "I'll sue you all for everything you have." And they're like, "Yeah, we don't even have a house, so good luck with that, buddy." Wow, the Fantastic Four were kind of jokes in this.
They definitely made a supervillain, and this time, at the very least, the villain is justified to being mad.
Oh, you want him to be even more angrier? Okay, so the Fantastic Four go back to the site of their building, and of course they're taking away all the construction from there, and then you have Reed saying, "Yeah, that stuff the guy was working on. Yeah, it might have been dangerous, but I think I'm going to be keeping that science to myself once the building comes up, so I could prevent future disasters."
So, what did
to be fair, Reed is a hypocrite. But to be fair, it would be safe when it's his hands. No, it wouldn't be safer in his hands than some random dude who just got hacked by somebody randomly.
I'm just saying, what did we learn about Reed today? That he's.
To be fair, look, Jake. To be fair, before you do that, Reed never said that it wasn't useful or that it wasn't a good thing. He just said it was dangerous for you. His direct words are, you made a dangerous thing, and we don't think you can handle it.
Asshole there. I just want to get out.
Oh boy. Well, we're not done yet, Jake. We have 2 more pages left. Okay, so there you have it, man. They take away all the construction. The area is completely vacant and safe. This is the moment. They're counting it down like it's the freaking New Year's Eve and the ball's about to drop. The building is about to pop up right this second, according to Reed's calculations. They're going to see their children again. They're going to have their house again. They're going to have all their stuff again. In 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nothing pops up.
Your children died.
Also, Jake, I want you to know. Oh, no, never mind. They fixed it.
Oh my God, Reed, you miscalculated.
Yeah. Maybe you don't
Yeah,
do
either
convoluted
he
science to solve an
miscalculated,
issue, all right?
or Valerie and Franklin had did something in space and fucked up everything.
Oh my God, I could forgive Reed for what he did because hey, he was able to save the whole world without any fatalities or any destruction. But this was the moment to prove his science right, and look what happened.
Yeah. Also,
You
he fell
happy,
to his
Jake?
knees in the final panel too.
I'm not.
Like he is
Yep.
shocked.
Listen, I'm not happy that I'm right, but I have to say what I have to say to protect you guys from the menace of society that is Reed. He's gonna lead you. He's gonna lead you into the sun someday, and you're just gonna follow him, and you're all gonna die. I'm trying to protect you. Okay.
This is the
Yeah,
moment where Jake, you have your whole Odin and Thor unworthy moment, right?
You will be-
Reed, you're unworthy, Reed.
what is it?
So
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. If it really was his calculations and Doom didn't fuck up something when he was doing his stuff, and the kids didn't fuck up something they were in space, this is on Reed, and it's very bad on Reed.
Next issue, if Doom's really about that
You
shit,
officially lost 4 children in a building. No one else can say that.
I
How do you
want,
lose a building in space?
I want the next issue like Reed's like, what happened? And then Doom immediately next page, boom, punches him in the face. What happened, Reed?
You're joking.
What happened with
You're
those
joking.
Reed.
You're joking, Jake. They probably gonna do that with Thing. The Thing was already mad. He said
Yeah.
children were about to fight him then.
Yeah.
He was
Who got-
gonna fight him till he saw Reed start crying. So he's
Yeah.
definitely gonna do something next issue.
Who's going to get the first shot? Is Susan or Thing at Reed?
Or Doom.
It might be all three of them. Doom tried to fix the situation, but no one knows. So he definitely has a right to do. He's like, don't look at I not say situation. You couldn't fix the situation. Now the kids are gone.
There you go. You happy,
Maybe
Jake?
no. You know, I give it to Jake. Doom might do what he said, and he might do it exact what he did it. Because no one knows Doom failed to save them too. They're like, you fucked up. Aha, bitch. Yeah. I'm the smartest man. I'm gonna go get him.
There you go.
Yeah.
But
All right then.
wait, did you talk about Keith Griffin passing?
The Keith Griffin passing. No, I didn't.
Nor do we have time.
I just want to break it up real quick
Okay.
before we go to the next two. Keith Griffin was the co-creator of Rocket Raccoon. That's why it's a big deal. And he wrote the Annihilation event, which is the Marvel's biggest comic story of all time. And he co-wrote Annihilation Conquest Star-Lord, which gave us the basis of what Star-Lord would become in the future in modern day.
Aw. Damn, I wish I knew more about this guy then.
That's his major stuff from my understanding. I remember he did Defenders at one point. He did the penciling work for Defenders. But that's all I really want to talk about. That was a huge story, and Arthur passed away, so it should be acknowledged.
Yeah. You know, you always tend to overlook like the artists and writers behind the scenes that like played a part in making these characters as big as they are, or noticeable enough for studios to want to make something out of them. Like you gotta give them their respect,
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything you love about Rocket Raccoon came from this one guy.
Cool.
Wait, did you see the art for the next issue?
Oh yeah, the next issue of Fantastic Four.
Wait, which?
Wait, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
No, say your story.
I'm not saying sorry for shit.
No, tell your issue. The next one's yours. Your final issue.
Well, no. His next issue.
More issue.
His next issue is Alpha Flight. That's the last one.
Oh,
Shit, you guys don't
and
have
they-
Batman Santa Claus.
not yet. We have one more comic to go before Witch's time.
You, Jake,
Yeah.
for scaring me like that.
And
I
I'm
knew
gonna
it
have
was
to
Wait.
go. I have to
important and you
close
scared
out.
the shit out of me, man.
Oh, okay.
I was
I
trying to give
knew
you
that you
one.
guys were still talking about
Okay,
Fantastic Four too. Don't do that to me.
Also, will say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I have to close up the place
Okay,
and then
Yeah,
head
no
home.
gotcha.
worries. See you later.
All right, glad you got to be here, man. We'll see you on Thursday. All right.
Alrighty, later.
Oh, okay. So anyway, Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night #1. This is the holiday Christmas special for DC. And can I just say, I was lucky enough to get the Zatanna variant cover. You know, the one where she's resting on Santa's lap, him looking all sweaty and like guilty. Like the suit is not the only thing that's red on Santa at that picture. Let's say that, you know? So, anyway, we start off the issue with a Christmas carol by an orchestra outside, you know? Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Come on, spread the Christmas joy, guys.
Oh, we watched
No.
There's no more
I'm too
Christmas
tired
movies.
for that. You got money for
Gotcha.
that?
Well, I hope. Well, if this puts a little jolt of excitement in you, a bunch of vampires come in and kill the orchestra. This is Gotham. This is Gotham, guys.
Yeah, what'd you expect from Gotham? Did you expect anything else?
Yep. So anyway, you have Batman and Damian popping up after the scene of the crime. Yeah, all of them got all their blood completely sucked out, right? And they're like trying to think what could have happened. Like all the usual suspects are detained at the moment. Man Bat, Calendar Man, this and that. It could not have been them. And that's when Zatanna pops up, you know, their old ally, trying to help with this investigation. Like she uses her power to show what happened upon the moments of their deaths. To show, like, yeah, it was these vampire-looking creatures. Only for one of those vampires to pop up from the snow he was hiding in. So, damn, you're like, shit. He even goes and grabs Damien. He's flying off with him, and it looked like he was going to take Damien as hostage, only to get a stake shot through his heart. But none other than St. Nicholas himself. Dude, can I just say, Santa Claus in this looks like he's a character from God of War, man. Like, he looks like a boss here, you know? He's popping up with his reindeer Prancer. He has a crossbow. He has his swords, his stakes. He has a fur-coated armor. And while everybody's like saying, "Oh, it's Santa Claus," to Batman, his response was, "Ah, Chris, it's been a long time, my friend." Yeah, apparently when Batman had his whole tour around the world training, one of his masters was actually none other than Santa Claus himself.
Okay.
Hey, who knows better than to get inside someone's house than Santa Claus, you know?
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Go with it, all right? You want to challenge that science, Jake? Like,
Listen, as long as it's not read science, I'll go.
gotcha. But anyway, so wow, you have Zatanna's there, like saying, "Wow, I never expected Santa to be here, and I never expected him to be, well, you know." Hey, as I said, he looks like he could be from God of War. So he's packing muscles, 6'5", bearded, dude. He has that warrior aura to him, you know.
He has a son named Atreus.
Oh, and this is where you get Davian's reaction, like saying, "What? Wait, nah. You can't get me to believe Santa Claus is real." Well, this is DC of all places, you know. Come on, is it that hard to
Anything can
believe?
happen. It's Gotham.
Yeah, is that hard to believe Santa Claus is real?
Hey, Santa Claus is a mutant in Marvel.
There you go, there you go.
So anything's possible if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, Damien's like walking up to Kris Kringle saying, "You can't be serious. I don't believe in Santa." And good old Chris is saying, "Yeah, neither do I, kid." Yeah, so you have while this is going down, you have more of those vampires invading Gotham at the moment, and that's when the Bat family has to get involved. You have Nightwing and you have Batgirl, and this is where I'm thinking, oh god, please don't tell me Jason's gonna be here. Oh, thankfully the Bat family saw some sense and kicked Jason out. So
He's like, "Fuck
so,
you, Jason. Get the fuck out."
yeah, even if Jason's fighting a bunch of vampires, he's gonna find a way to justify saying "fuck you" to Batman, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, and thankfully, Batgirl and Nightwing are able to peacefully subdue the vampires, you know.
Okay.
And then that's when one of them was actually about to attack Nightwing. It looked like they were about to kill him up until Kris Kringle comes up with Prancer, as Prancer sticks its antlers all throughout the bodies of those vampires. You're like, damn, that is actually a gory little shot right there. You have the bodies of the vampires still attached to Prancer's antlers, you know?
Right.
Okay, so yeah, the whole crew gathered together. Nightwing still couldn't believe that, he was told stories by Batman that, yeah, he trained with Santa Claus, but he always assumed that was BS because, Batman probably just wanted him to have his childhood innocence and still believe in Santa Claus, you know?
Right.
So, anyway, you come to Satana, who kind of reveals like the origin of Kris Kringle here, and there's some bits of history that were just left out of context with Santa Claus. Like he was originally a wood sculptor, right? He was a demigod. They fought against they were in Scandinavian myths, fighting alongside Vikings, this and that. Chris was actually fighting alongside other godlike beings to fight against demonic creatures. And that's when Kris Kringle ended up befriending one of these creatures by the name of Krampus. Yeah, Krampus looks like a monster, a demonic imp, but he means well. He just likes scaring people. That's his calling in life, you know? Chris takes a liking to this guy, and the two end up becoming a war pack. But of course, everywhere they go, Krampus just can't help but scaring children. And to make up for it, Kris Kringle ends up giving them handcrafted toys that he made. And yeah, that's kind of how the whole rumor spread that Santa Claus gives gifts to children. You know? Santa's like, okay, yeah, I gave a couple of gifts to a couple of whiny kids, but I didn't expect people to believe I give it to all the children in the world, you know? Okay, so while this is going down, they're trading informations, and they suspect, the only person who would know of how to release such monsters would be Krampus. And Santa hasn't seen Krampus in a very long time, only for it to be revealed that, yeah, it's actually Krampus who pops out of one of the carcasses of the vampire. He's like giving this whole demonic speech, right? Let's see. I want to bring that up. Okay. The toy maker. Together we created this wonderful day. Then you threw me into the void. Now I am back in the world. I'm back, and I'm gonna take our special day and make it mine. All the horrors. Yep, all the horrors we trapped. You should have slain. You should have killed me. But here I am. I will free all of them. And Christmas will be a day of misery. Ho, ho, ho. Yep. And that ends issue 1. So yeah, this is gonna be a mini-series. So I'm like, okay, I kind of want to see where this goes, you know?
A miniseries or a monthly?
I think it is a mini-series. I will hope it's a bi-weekly issue because, you know, who's gonna care about Christmas after once January comes around, you know?
Right.
Wait, you want to ask a question?
No,
Gotcha.
just kidding. I have one question.
What?
When are we going back up to the Great White North?
Oh boy. Hey, didn't we get enough of our dose of North with jolly old Saint Nick?
No, we need more. I think
Appreciate you embracing. I appreciate
That's
you
about
segue.
yeah, that's about as North as you can get, but go
No, I
ahead.
want to talk about the real Great White North. We're
Go.
talking about Alpha Flight issue 5. Let's fucking go. As I say while I'm spinning around in my room, holding my snowbird figure that Cryptid so graciously gifted me. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm that kind of guy.
Me, the Canadian figures from the 90s.
Yeah, what can I say? I spread the joy of Christmas, alright, audience?
You sent me these like months ago.
Hey, I'm a head starter, okay?
Anyways, we're talking about Alpha Flight issue 5, volume 5. And it's not really looking that good up at Krakoa North right now because the Fox Sentinels found Krakoa North and they're like, don't attempt to run. We're going to arrest you. Yay. And the little kids there are like upset. They thought they did something wrong. And Kyle, the best boy ever, Gennaro, is like, don't worry. This is not your fault. None of this is your fault. You were just being kids, you know, because kids are going to kid. And so one of the box sentinels is like, Kyle Gennaro, you're under arrest, man, for harboring mutant fugitives because we're assholes. So lie down on your lie down on the ground and put your hands behind your back or something, you know? Like, and so Kyle's like, damn, motherfuckers, hurt the fuck up, bitch. And so basically the mutant Alpha Flight are like, fuck, we're hurrying, man, we're hurrying. Because keep in mind, Northstar can get there like Northstar and Aurora can get there like no one's business, but they're carrying 2 people with them, so I don't think they want to go like super fucking fast, you know. Don't worry, Nemesis is all good for the most part, but yeah, like if you guys don't remember, Nemesis in this case is Heather Hudson or Heather McNeil, aka Vindicator. Yeah, I know that was such a fucking shocker in issue 3. Anyway, so Aurora is like, Guardian, this is Aurora. The box sentinels have discovered Krakoa North and they're under attack and no one's there to protect them. Like, we're still 10 minutes out. And the non-mutant Alpha Flight is like, don't worry, y'all, we're on our way. So, they changed course, you know, and all that jazz. So that's lovely, I guess. So back at Department H headquarters in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So yeah, no, what was the Erica? She's kind of pissed. She's like, Guardian, where the this better be fucking good, man. If you're changing course, you know. And he's like, oh yeah, we heard that the box sentinels have found a group of mutants. We're on our way to lend a hand. And she's like, absolutely fucking not. Your orders are to return to Department H with the prisoner. And he's like, confirmed, over and out. And he's like, Puck, shut down the fucking comms. You know, and Puck's like, you got it, boss, you know. And this is not going to end well for them, but that's okay. That's all fine and dandy. So while some of these mutants are like, and Kyle are, you know, in handcuffs. So Laurent, however the fuck you pronounce his name, I don't know, he's French. He basically uses his powers to cut one of the Sentinel robots in half. Ooh. And Erica is like, fucking do something, deal with this motherfucker. And when I say this motherfucker gets Pompeyed, I mean he gets Pompeyed. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, so basically one of the box sentinels basically shoots a really powerful blast at Laurent, basically charring his ass.
Ooh.
Yeah, he got charred.
Did he get killed?
No.
Oh, whoa.
No. He's fine. He just needs to, like, put some Vicks Vapor Rub on his chest. Yeah, he'll be fine. Take some ibuprofen. No, bitch, he's dead.
Hey, Deadpool look a little charring, and he came out fine.
Yeah,
Another
well,
Canadian.
factor. Laurent doesn't have a healing factor. So then mutant Alpha Flight pulls up, and Northstar just like goes completely through one of the box sentinels. Is like, you fucking murderer, man. Because he murdered the box sentinels murdered a kid. Like we don't know how old Laurent is, but he's pretty young.
Right.
And so Nemesis takes off the handcuffs, like cuffs off the handcuffs, and JP is like, Kyle, get everyone from here, like go to the trees, find somewhere to fucking hide, like we have to deal with these fucking abominations. And Roger, he is still processing what he did because he didn't intend on killing this kid,
Right.
Like he was just gonna knock him out or something, but he killed someone. And Erica's like, motherfucker, get your head back in the fucking game, get rid of these fucking mutants, and like how would you react if you just murdered someone and without the intent of murdering someone?
Preposterous, right?
Yeah, he's gonna need some fucking therapy, man. And yeah, I'll get back to that later. Anyway, so the box sentinels are like on the ground, hands behind your back, and then the non-mutant Alpha Flight pulls up and is like, these people are under Alpha Flight's orders while they are going off on these box sentinels. Why not?
Yeah.
And so we cut back over to Guardian and Northstar, where they're just looking over Argent's how do you pronounce his name? Laurent's body. And obviously they're kind of traumatized, I would be too, man. Like shit. Anyways, so yeah. So Mac is like, oh yeah, we need to get the rest of them out of here, like we're gonna try our best, But JP's like, and I quote, but now that you're here, there's no more hiding that you are helping us, Guardian, which we appreciate. But if they know, then how will you get access to the ship to get the mutants to Chandelier? I don't know, the freaking Shi'ar home planet. You know what I mean? Department H isn't going to let you anywhere near them now. And Mac's like, the ship we've got, confirmed it's on its way over here. My contacts have it and are waiting for us on the old Alpha Flight space station. So good to know. Keep that in mind. It's going to come back later. You're like, hey, don't worry about it. So basically, while they're having this conversation, Puck is literally getting pinned down by one of the box sentinels. And that will come up in importance in a little bit. So Mac is like, oh yeah, we need to get everyone out of here before more people get killed. Because we got a casualty over here. Because, yeah. So basically, Snowbird is fighting off some of the box sentinels as the Sasquatch form. If you guys know anything about Alpha Flight, that is a thing that she can do. She can turn into any species, any animal species that is from Canada, that's native to Canada. And one of those things happens to be a Sasquatch because one of her teammates is known as Sasquatch, but it's fine. So everyone's just fighting everyone, And Naria, aka Snowbird, she's like, yo, I can use some assistance over here. And Aurora and Fang are like, I'm on my way, and damn it, how many things are there? Like, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of these fucking things, man. Like, they made a shit ton of these. So Feedback is like, yo, one more less, keep pushing, and Feedback gets shot, but it's fine. Don't worry, he's fine. Don't worry, Northstar and Mac handled it, So basically, they're not able to get everyone onto the ship, but you know who can?
Who?
Guess. I want you to guess. The one person I haven't talked about for a hot minute.
Let's see. Snowbird?
No, Nemesis.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we see off panel that being like, oh, I can bring him to the ship, and Mac is like, Nemesis, no, you can't. And she's like, what choice do we have? These guys are gonna get murdered or arrested, And Mac's like, yo, if you teleport all of these people to the space station, there's a chance that you could die. Like, dead, you know? Like, Diamond Lil back in 2010, which I'm surprised they didn't bring her back in Krakoa, but that's just me personally. Justice for Diamond Lil over here. Anyways, so Heather's like, these people need our help, and Mac, having the fucking audacity, is like, I can't lose you again, Heather. And she's like, they need us more than you need me. And I'm like, fucking facts. Go off, queen. You know, we love her for that. We love Heather. And if you guys don't know why I'm saying that he has the audacity, is because in the original book, he basically faked his own death for a long ass time. And then in volume 4, aka the 2011 series, and Alpha Flight True North, especially in True North, which was also written by Ed Brisson, by the way, so funsies. Basically, he puts her in this simulation to basically get them back together, which I don't think that's how you do that after all the shit that happened back in the 2011 run. But anyways, it's fine. So Heather's like, if we don't make it out of here, and she's like, just listen to me, Mac, you know, because he's trying to interrupt her. And so we cut over to Aurora and Kyle, and she's like, you have everyone together? And Kyle's like, yeah, everyone's accounted for, besides, obviously, Lawrence, because he got, you know? And Heather's like, in case I don't make it, tell Claire I love her. And if you don't know who Claire is, that is Heather and Mac's daughter, who I actually have the issue where she was born, which was the funniest shit ever. I don't know why that was so funny. It was a mix of some of the members of Alpha Flight that were there were fighting the bad guys. Shaman's over here just trying to help Heather give birth because he's a doctor. None of the mutant members of the team are here, so no Northstar or Aurora. So this is just lovely. But yeah, it wasn't like a random X-Men issue. Don't worry about it. Anyways, so Puck's like, I don't want to break up this lovely tender moment, but this isn't the fucking time right now, and we are gonna get our asses handed to us if y'all don't leave right now. So Mac's like, Heather, don't do this to us, man. She needs you, I need you. And she's like, I'll always be with you both, you know, like, we can only do so much. So Erica's like, damn it, man, they're gonna, like, we gotta take down Nemesis as soon as humanly possible. And she turns over to Roger, who's still having like a crisis over here because he just killed someone, you know. And Erica's like, Roger, do I need to remove you and assign someone else, you know? And she's like, Roger, if you can't, she's like, and he's like, no, I got her, don't worry, you know. And so the box sentinels are like, stand down or I will open fire. And like a whole bunch of members of Alpha Flight are like, you know, trying to defend these motherfuckers. And Feedback like just goes off on these motherfuckers, you know, as he should, even though I don't really care for the 90s run. His powers he's basically like armor in a way, but he can project out his force field armor thingy. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
So basically, they're not destroyed, but they are kind of like disabled at the moment. Mm-hmm. So basically, Heather is able to transport almost everyone to the space station, you know? And then afterwards, Heather faints. And we cut over to the Alpha Flight low orbit space station. And so we see a voice off panel was like, glad that you guys can make it. And before I say who shows up in this panel, I'm just going to say I fucking called it. I was jokingly saying online that, oh, we're probably going to get a certain character in like the last couple panels of the last issue. I was right. Marina and Walter Langowski, who, you know, the whole thing with freaking Doc Samson was still a thing, but don't worry about it. So Walter was like, oh yeah, just because I'm not like 3 meters tall and fuzzy anymore doesn't mean I don't want to do any Alpha Flight adventures anymore. I just can't do that, you know? I just can't be big and strong right now. I could still have green hair and mutton chops for some reason. And we get Marina back. Oh my god, she looks fucking great. She looks amazing, by the way. I love this fit. This is probably my new favorite Marina fit, even though I love her 2011 run. But
a fit that should have been a variant cover, right?
Well, no, she only showed up for this one panel though.
Okay.
But I just wanted a North Star or an Aurora cover, but we didn't get that shit. But I'll circle back to variant covers later. So basically, a whole bunch of the all the mutants that were in Krakoa North, they go into the space station, just to like adjust to where they are. And so Aurora goes to hug Claire, and so Claire is like, "Is mommy with you?" And Aurora's like, "No, but I promise, like you'll see her soon." And so you might be wondering, where's the rest of Alpha Flight? We have the mutant Alpha Flight over here. Where's the non-mutant Alpha Flight and Heather? They're still at Krakoa North, by the way. And they all get arrested. They all get arrested for treason because they helped out the mutants and their team. So that's fun. But don't worry, Heather is not in prison just yet. She has to go to the hospital because she needs medical service. And Max, still having the audacity, is like, "Get your fucking hands off of her," And the box robot is like, "Stay down, traitor." And Max is like, "Yo, we're not the traitors here, man. Roger, we didn't kill our own kind, man. I'm just letting you know now. We didn't kill our own kind." And Roger's like, "Oh, you're the one who's going to jail, though." And Max like, "Maybe, but because of us, there are more than 20 mutants who won't be. Like having 5 people go to prison rather than a whole group of innocent people, why not?"
Yeah.
I didn't even realize about this letter, but so North Star writes a letter to Madame Bavoda, who I forgot who that fuck it was, but that I think that's Laurent's mother.
Ooh, plot twist.
So North Star writes a letter to Laurent's mother saying that, "Oh yeah, your child died, but he did it to save his own kind. So I am so sorry. Alpha Flight has failed your son by not being there in time." So if she ends up hating them, I would not blame her. If she has like a rightful excuse, unlike the government who are assholes. But whatever. So this issue ends off with Erica giving a press conference about what happened, and so we see little cutscenes. We see like little panels of the non-mutant Alpha Flight, so aka Shaman, Mac, Snowbird, and Puck in prison with like these power dampening collars, which makes no sense for Mac and Puck because they technically don't have powers that have like. They don't have like, I guess, traditional powers. Mac wears a suit, Puck just does cartwheels everywhere. Like Shaman and Snowbird makes sense because one has magical powers and the other one's a literal demigoddess.
Yeah, they're probably like thinking this is the family pack collar deal, so
like,
go with it.
Anyways, so we cut to Heather in the hospital, who she will like answer for her crimes allegedly if she does wake up, from this, because they all have to. So they also have to do some internal investigation because Roger is going fucking through it, man. He's like, what the fuck? I just killed someone, and we also see a whole bunch of kids on the Shi'ar home planet. And then it ends off with, "I'm afraid that we will not be taking any questions at this time." And that's where it ends. And Ed Brisson, or literally any Marvel writer, please give me an ongoing, or at least a 12-issue mini, or at least like a one-shot, just having Alpha Flight break out of jail and going to the space station. Because I would love to see it. Please give me that, man. This book was so good, and no one is fucking talking about it besides some assholes online that I don't like. I'll get back to that later.
The higher ups of Marvel probably like, let's keep the trend going with Alpha Flight every couple years.
No, every 10 years.
Every 10 years, yeah.
Roughly. They're not gonna give me what I want, but they know Alpha Flight knew that they did the right thing, even if it means they get arrested for it. But that would be cool to like get a one shot in the future, like having maybe them escape or whatever, you know, like escape prison break. But one plot point that we never got to was who was Mac's contact, because he has mentioned several times that he had a contact. We never figure out who that contact was. So yeah, I have my theories. I think it's Erica's assistant who wears like this orange blazer, but you know, we can't be for sure. But in conclusion, go read this book. It is so good. And 2, fuck you, Erica. You're a bitch. 3, Kyle, Aurora, you guys were definitely the MVPs on the mutant side. Don't get me wrong, I love North Star, but he didn't really get to do too much, unfortunately. But he was the leader per se of the mutant Alpha Flight, while Mac was the leader of the non-mutant Alpha Flight, which in my personal opinion, I think Shaman was more of the leader. But that's just wishful thinking. But I love this book. I love Alpha Flight. I'm excited to get the omnibus for Christmas. So I will keep you updated. And pretty soon I will be getting the Saga of Crystal Warrior issue 11 for my Alpha Flight collection. Yeah.
Well, look at you, Ed Brisson. You got this Alpha Flight fan to fly hard in the fandom.
I tried hitting up Ed Brisson and Scott Godlewski to join the episode. Yeah. I forgot to mention. On the 27th, normal time, roughly, my subject to change, we will be having an Alpha Flight extravaganza where we talk about this entire book. So if you want to join us there, feel free. I cannot guarantee that Ed Brisson or Scott Godlewski would like to join, but I do have some pretty interesting guests that will be coming. Some of them you will know, some of them you might not know. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Gotcha. Alrighty then, guys. Wow. Yeah, got all that fanboying out, Witch? Happy?
I will be talking about this online later.
Nice. Wow, we managed to cross the 2-hour mark, guys. Great.
Wait, an hour, like 2 hours and 2 minutes. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, I gotta talk about socials real quick.
Go for it.
So hello, you should know me by now. I'm talking about the socials because apparently we're doing this shit twice a day. So if you wanna subscribe to the fucking YouTube channel, subscribe to the fucking YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I can't make a Patreon joke because we don't have a Patreon. Unfortunately. Anyways, if you want constant updates, feel free to follow the Twitter account at Comic Phanatic 69. Most of the stuff is there. You will see progress photos and everything like that. And if you want to follow the if you want to follow the Instagram, it's at Comic Phanatic 2.0. I might actually start doing little live streams on there to like show my art process because, you know, why not? I dropped my mic. Fun.
Oh no.
Okay, I got it. I know where it is. I saw the light.
Cool.
Anyways, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. You get the reason why. I kind of shit post on there sometimes. Pretty soon you might see me having my Simp for Wild Child era start there. I don't know why that was the thing, but it happens. Anyways, if you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, I am most active on TikTok, by the way. You can follow me at witch_of_Jotunheim. And yes, all my Linktree stuff was there. If you want me to make a Linktree for all the Comic Phanatic stuff, let me know on the Twitter because I said so. If you want to find Austin, because he had to leave, unfortunately, he did move locations. The last time I saw him, he was in Rome. Don't ask why he was in Rome. Just acknowledge that he was in Rome and let's move on. Someone painted him white for some reason. That's really awkward, I guess you could say. But, if you want to find Jake, he has moved locations again. The last time we heard from him, he was in South America. I don't remember which country. I think it was Guyana. I don't know yet. And if you want to find Cryptid, he's easy. Go to Jersey. I don't know where in Jersey, but he's
I'm
somewhere.
I'm looking to save a bald eagle, you know. So, but that's just me.
And if you want to find me, you can't reach where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah.
Gotcha.
Have a good night,
Have a
everyone,
good
and we will
night.
see you soon.
Yay. Bye,
We'll see-
audience.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
see.
boy.
You'll see the others on Thursday. You will not be seeing me on Thursday.
Got it.
Bye, guys.
Do-do-do.
Do-do. Do-do.
It is